The flag. Where did it all begin? In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. The British, terrifying ships of war, just off the shoreline. And in darkness, the explosions of the cannons and all these ships lit up the sky. The sound of these cannons going off, ammunition flying through the air and smashing into the small fort. They had sent a message to the fort: take down the flag. Who are these people? All sects of life, all religion. Now they want their freedom. Take down the flag. Take it down. Inside the fort, the women and children were gazing out into the bombs bursting in air, hour after hour. And every time the bomb blew up, they could see a man holding up the flag. You'll not take our freedom. A man of might, a man of power. You'll not take our freedom, he said. Afterwards, the British ran out of ammunition, and the women and her children looked out at the men. Are they still there? The dawn came, the sun came up. There he was, holding up the flag. That's the flag of the coming nation called the United States of America. So when you see the flag, remember what those people went through that night, what they were told: take down the flag. What would have happened if that flag wouldn't have been there the next morning? Years went by. The great nation prospered. The flag was raised. The dollar bill said, "In God we trust." And the greatest nation in the history of the world came forth, and there was a war. Another battle. A slave named Jesse and his dad hunkered down on a side of a field. Off to the left was the gray. Off to the right were the men of that nation. And at night, the young man kept saying to his dad, "I want to go fight. I want to go be by the flag." He got up to run. His father held him down as the bombs blew. The terror of war. On the right, he could see a man waving the flag, the red, white, and the blue. He couldn't take it any longer. He got up and he ran. There was silence. There was nothing, just darkness. The father yelling for his son, "Come back, Jesse." But it turned into, "Run, Jesse, run." Because all hell broke loose again. There was a temporary silence, but when the slave began to run, the fire from the left and the gray came. It was strong and it was powerful. The men in blue, Johnny holding up the flag. He saw the slave running, and he saw the lights and the horror of war, the bombs bursting in air. They began to yell, "Run! Run!" Jesse ran, and he ran. He ran towards the flag of freedom. Bullets, bombs, people dying for Jesse. Run, Jesse, run. Run. Run, Jesse. He got there. He jumped over the barrack. The men cheered for him. He went over and he said, "Let me hold up the flag." He stood on top of the barrack, taunting the enemy, waving the flag. Johnny, who was holding the flag, took one in the forehead and died. The general gave Jesse Johnny's uniform and swore him in, and sent him to Jesse's mother to present him the very flag that stood through the night. When Jesse got to Johnny's parents' home, they peered through the glass. The mother, she fell to her knees weeping as his father stood proudly in the doorway. Jesse helped her to her feet and gave her the flag and a cross that he had taken from Johnny's limp body. He told them how her Johnny had stood boldly waving the flag in the face of the bombs bursting in air, and how it gave him strength for him to run for his freedom. The mother smiled and hugged Jesse and put the gold cross around Jesse's neck. With tears in her eyes and barely able to speak, she said, "Now go back. Be the bearer of that flag, Jesse, and fight for the freedom of all men. For now, you're an American." What would have happened at Normandy when thousands of men died if the flag fell? What about all the men that died? But they never let the flag touch the ground. In a nation called America, the greatest nation ever. It says it right on our dollar bill. In God we trust. So when you see the flag and you hear that song, put your hand on your heart and remember what happened at that fort. Remember Jesse. Remember Johnny, who went and fought for his freedom. Remember Normandy. Remember the towers that fell. And the flag is still there.